Does this gem of Kentucky by Dixon Dedman meet the highest quality for the 4 C's of gem ratings, or will it be a shineless dud? Well, we're about to find out. Let's do this. Welcome back to Old Fashioned Ways Plus Plus. I managed to get my hands on this 2XO Gem of Kentucky. 2XO 2x Oak is an award-winning whiskey brand from renowned blender Dixon Dedman. 2XO is a blending process Dixon Dedman pioneered, where he rebarrels his hand-selected aged whiskey into new charred oak barrels. So I'm gonna pour some out and let this breathe as we get more into this. Dixon Dedman and a team revitalized his family pre-prohibition whiskey brand Kentucky Owl in 2014. Now, that company sold to Solly Group 3 years later, and Dedman departed in 2021. I'm out. While he expected to do some freelance blending and consultation, he quickly linked up with Prestige Beverage Group, launching 2XO in November 2022 with the Phoenix Blend. If you are liking these videos, please hit that like button and subscribe. Now, since I'm doing a review, I will be giving away some samples as well. Why? Because sharing is caring.
This is the way.
Stay tuned to find out how you can win some samples. The Gem of Kentucky is the newest premier offering from 2XO. It is the only double-barreled, single-barrel Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey on the market. Try saying that 2 times fast. The barrels are exclusively selected by Dixon from his double-barrel stocks that spend an extra year in new charred oak barrels before he bottles them. Let's get a little bit into this bottle. It is 2XO Gem of Kentucky. It's distilled by Prestige Beverage Group. Its mash bill is high rye bourbon mash bill at 35% rye. It's aged 7 to 9 years in barrel, and my barrel number is number 46. It was released in 2023. It's 108 proof at 54% ABV. Just like all my reviews, we'll be reviewing with the score of 1 through 10 on aroma, flavors, complexity, mouthfeel, finish, and would I buy again. So let's get into the fun part.
Yeah, that's the fun part.
Let's start tasting this. So let's first look. Beautiful color, nice dark amber. Nice long legs on this. Yeah, the legs take a while. Let's give it a little SJ here. I know a lot of people don't like doing that, but I feel like it opens it up and allows me to smell it better. So let's go in for the aroma. So there is a lot of ethanol up front, so you get that. But really quickly after that, you get like a cherry, a honey, and an oaky nose on this. Yeah, that oakiness is pretty strong at the end there. So for aroma from a scale from 1 through 10, I'm gonna give that a 6. Let's go in for the initial taste. Let's see what this initial flavor tastes like. So initially, you get the ethanol, and then you get a cherry char, and I'm trying to figure out what that back note is. A lot of times when you're first tasting things, it's hard to taste it because it just hits your tongue and that ethanol overpowers. So sometimes, a lot of times you get a better taste with your second sip on this. But for that first sip, that's actually not bad at all. I did like that a lot. I'm gonna give that a 6.5. So for our second sip, we're gonna go in for complexity. How does this evolve on the tongue? I like it. A lot of flavor from the front to the back. As I said, you do get a cherry taste.
Cherry flavored. Want to taste?
Now I'm tasting kind of a nutty taste in there as well. And of course, because it is double oak, the oak is really strong, especially on the back end of this. On the back of my tongue, I do taste that oak. I do get a lot of flavor from the front to the back. I like to taste that when I'm tasting a bourbon. So for complexity, I'm gonna give that a 7. Next, we're going in for mouthfeel, thickness, and viscosity. That cherry is still there. That nuttiness is coming through more. It's a nice nutty flavor in there that I like. And then you get that double oak, flavor towards the back of that. Very nice and viscous on my tongue and on the roof of my mouth. And that doesn't happen very often when you get it on the tongue and then the roof. A little bit on the cheeks, not as much on the cheeks as I would expect, but for mouthfeel, great mouthfeel, very nice, coats very nicely, front to back. As I said, tongue and roof of the mouth. So for mouthfeel, I'm gonna give it a 7. Now we're gonna look at the finish, how it stays and how it finishes. So let's go in for that. There's a flavor that's in the background that I keep tasting and I can't figure out what it is.
What could it be?
I taste that cherry, I taste that nuttiness, a little bit of like citrusy in the middle there, but not a lot of that. And then the oakiness kind of hides that little, I'm trying to figure out what it is, that's hiding right underneath. But the finish is nice and long. Like, I still have the finish in my mouth, and it's still a nice, strong finish. I still taste that nuttiness plus that oakiness, and you do get a nice Kentucky hug going down. So for finish, that's actually a really good finish. I mean, it's still there even as I'm talking right now. So for the finish, I'm gonna give that a 7 as well. Now the big question is, would I buy this again? It's a $190 bottle. It's a very good $190 bottle. Probably one of the best ones I've had this year. That is pricey. You know what though? The way it stays on my tongue, I still taste it now. Even after all this time, I'm still tasting it. That is probably one of the best ones I've had this year. I really, I do like this a lot. $190 is just a lot of money. Now, this is where it becomes complicated, right?
It's complicated.
I would buy this again, keep on my shelf. I wouldn't buy 2 at a time and then keep a backup of it. But as I finish one, as a new one comes, I'd be excited to try it. So that's where it's hard to rate this. So for $190, I would buy again up to maybe $220. But price is a little bit steep. So for that, I'm gonna give it a 6. So my total score for this is 39.5 out of 60. A little bit lower, but it's that, the biggest question is, would I buy again? It's that price. 150, 9, 10 out of 10. 190 to 200, that's a little bit tougher, but very good pour, worth a try.
It's worth a try.
Now, originally I was gonna blind this against the other 2XOs I have and to see if it was special enough to deserve the price tag that as compared to the previous 2XOs. So I'm still thinking about doing that. Would you like me to do a blind with this and the other 2XOs and do a blind with all of them? Leave in the comments below if you would like me to do that. So let's talk. How can you win a sample of this gem of Kentucky? Easy. First of all, please click on that like button. Like this video. It does help me a lot. Then comment below using Dixon and your favorite double oaked bourbon or rye that you've tried. There's a lot out there. I know Peerless is good, Sagamore. There's a lot of them out there. So let us know, what was your favorite? Also, as a favorite, please share this video and help me get it out there. The YouTube algorithm seems to love that, so it makes a big difference when you share it. Thanks again for joining me on another journey down this bourbon rabbit hole. Till our next journey, my friends, cheers.